Akram Ishal, former HLF Grants and Projects Director, is currently a fugitive from justice for his role in the HLF Hamas financing scheme. He is also cousins with Mufid Abdel Qadir, a top HLF fundraiser, sentenced to a total of 20 years in prison. He was also convicted on one count of conspiracy to provide material support to a designated foreign terrorist organization, one count of conspiracy to provide goods, funds, and services to a specially designated terrorist, and one count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. Mishal and Abdel Qadir are cousins and half-brother, respectively, to Hamas Supreme Leader Khalid Mishal, whose sister is married to the son of Hamas representative and former HLF Speaker Mohammed Sayed, whose daughter is married to former HLF employee Islam Sayed. Shukri Abu Bakr was the president, secretary, and chief executive officer of HLF. He was convicted of 10 counts of conspiracy to provide and the provision of material support to a designated foreign terrorist organization, 11 counts of conspiracy to provide and the provision of funds, goods, and services to a specially designated terrorist, 10 counts of conspiracy to commit and the commission of money laundering, 1 count of conspiracy to impair and impede the Internal Revenue Service, and 1 count of filing a false tax return. He is currently serving 65 years in prison. He and his brother Ramzi, a former employment director at HLF, are brothers with Jamal Issa, a Hamas leader in Yemen. A Hamas member deported to Lebanon is cousins with Mohammed El-Mazin, who was the original chairman of the board of HLF until in or about 1999, when he became director of endowments for the charity. He was convicted on 1 count of conspiracy to provide material support to a designated foreign terrorist organization. He is currently serving a 15-year prison sentence and is also cousins with Mousa Abu Marzook. Marzook has left a significant legacy in the United States. During his tenure in the U.S., he created an extensive network to support Hamas terrorist activities. In addition to serving on the board of directors of the Islamic Association for Palestine, which courts have found, quote, desired to help Hamas activities succeed, unquote, and acted on that desire. He also founded a pro-Hamas think tank called the United Association for Studies and Research. Marzook also provided the Holy Land Foundation with $210,000 in initial funding and channeled $250,000 in investment capital to Infocom, a Texas computer business run by relatives of Marzook's wife, Nadia, who is cousins with Mousa Abu was the original treasurer and became the chairman of the board of HLF in 1999. He was convicted on the same counts as Abu Bakr and 1 additional count of filing a false tax return. Mousa also served as the vice president of marketing for Infocom Corporation. He is currently serving an 80-month sentence following his conviction on several charges related to export violations and was sentenced to a total of 65 years in prison.